Yo, what's up? If you don't know me, I go by 20 Pass on the internet. I've been mixing for about 4 years now. I'm not a professional, but I do have a community on School for specifically simple mixes. So first, I just want to say that none of this matters if you're not at least familiar with your playback system, or if your ears aren't trained. So for this video, I'm just going to separate this into two parts, both in the order that I use them in. So this is just personally what I do. So first up is Portec. It's a Pultec emulation that's free, so if you want to download it, you can. So what I use it for is doing most of the work for tone balancing. I use it to get into the general ballpark of what I'm looking for or what I want from that specific sound. So this is all subjective, so what my ballpark is may not be what your ballpark is. However, there are general areas that you want to stay in or try to approach. I'll try to describe my approach a little bit more. So I basically try to make the perceived loudness increase while keeping the dB that it's actually at generally the same. It might go down a little, which is fine, but as long as I'm making it still sound like it's the same volume and the dB's going lower, that's a win in my book. So besides using it for tonal balance, what I use it on is the instrument tracks that I have. So these are generally just synths, sometimes a guitar, but nah, they're mainly just synths now that I think about it. So how to know if you're actually using it right, just listen to this audio clip of a synth that I use before and after. So this is how I know if it's time to move to step 2. Basically, just whenever you're increasing or decreasing either the low or high side, it's increasing or decreasing frequencies that you want or don't want. So you just have to get more in depth with it, which is when you use another EQ, which is the next step. Now, literally sometimes whenever I'm doing this, I won't even have to go to the next step. Like there's multiple times where I'm just throwing this on an instrument track and I'm just using it gradually, and it'll get me the desired effect that I want. So sometimes you don't even need to go to step 2. It's only if you're hearing stuff that you know is going to affect everything else, or you just hear something that's just bugging you, if you get what I'm saying. Second, like I just said, is basic EQ, just to clean everything up. Just a little bit more, go into more detail of what you want to take away or add, that Portec couldn't do. So me personally, I use Pro Q3. You can use any other basic EQ that you like, but so this is really simple how I use it. Get a band, go a little bit more in depth on where I want to raise it or lower it according to what you hear and what you know to be true, or what you know to be what you know to sound good. And basically what I use this on, I use it on everything, like damn near everything. So if I don't feel the need to like make a big change to the tonal balance of everything, then I'll use this to just go in, raise it, lower it according to what I know to sound good. But here is step 2 applied to the synth from earlier. So this is how you know if you're using this method right. So if you're on step 2 and your EQ, you're doing a fuck ton of changes to it, like somewhere along the way you just fucked up, probably on step 1. But if you're on step 2 and you're making huge changes to the sound, you didn't do it right. Literally learning EQ is probably like, I would say like number 2 thing that you should learn. First one would be leveling. Like leveling is arguably more important, just because mixing is just leveling. The more you can do in like the leveling stage and have everything sound good, or be in a general area to then go into tonal balance, to then it'll just sound better. So if you get leveling right, tonal balance right, you'll have a good mix. It's just that simple, like literally that simple.